1,
2,
3, let's go!
I just came back from my last day of clinical. All my brownies I made from earlier are gone. I made 2 batches, just as thank you to all the nurses and techs that helped me. Another thing, so I'll just go over what I have to fill out when I go to clinical. So there's 2 things I need to get filled out in the week, and I go for 2 days. I just grab a folder to keep it in. The first one is a surgical case log. I'm just gonna cover up my site, but basically, what I write down is the date, the procedure, and then I mark whether it is, whether I first scrubbed, second scrubbed, or just observed. And I'm in my 3rd rotation right now, so I mostly just first scrub now. So that's that case log that I get filled out. And then the next thing is an evaluation. So there's 10 things for your tech to kind of fill out for you. So today, I got my eval on my marsupination of a right Bartholin cyst. The first question they have to answer is interest in initiative, then scrubbing duties, then aseptic technique, accepted constructive guidance, readiness, time management, application of learning, could the student scrub alone, overall performance, and then any additional comments. So for today I got all 4s, a yes, and then the comments was great communication, eager to learn, pleasure working with Grace. So those are the 2 things I have that get filled out. Yeah, so for clinical, I just have to take a picture of these and then submit them online. It takes 2 minutes. Another thing I bring to clinical, which I definitely recommend, is a little notebook. I actually got this from Walmart. I think it was less than $1. I think it was 80 cents. And it fits perfectly right into your pocket. And I just write the date and then the cases I did for that day. So today's April 30th, my last day. I did the marsupination of a right Bartholin cyst. And then for my second case, I did a modified radical vulvectomy with bilateral sentinel node biopsy. That first case was pretty quick. We used we barely used any instruments. Just one Kelly, a bunch of we used a bunch of 3.0 Vicryls. And then for the second case, it was a longer case. That one went from, I would say from 9:45, and then it ended at 1:30. No, 1:15. So that one was a really fast case. So I just carry a pen and that little notebook along with my folder that I bring. So that's all I really have to do for my clinical class. And then I just show up for clinicals. So my clinical rotation right now is I have to be at clinicals at 6:30, ready to go. So usually I get here around 6:20. I'm usually in the room or in the OR in the lounge. Something I recommend for clinicals is compression socks. Even if you don't think you're gonna have leg problems or anything, I just grab them just to prevent anything and just to be not to be safe, but it's I don't know. I'd rather not have any problems. Another thing I recommend, good shoes. Don't grab your old shoes. That's what I did. I took my old Ultra Boosts, and then my feet my heels started like burning. So then I got like the Bondi 8s. And they've worked so well. Like no pain at all. Like at first when you break in a shoe, like it's gonna feel like you're gonna feel a little bit, it's gonna be a little bit uncomfortable. But and then after that I have no problems, and they're so comfortable. They're super cushioned. Like I haven't had any issues with them. Okay, so some updates so since it's the end of my clinical, I guess my big updates are I've already gone to 2 interviews, and then I already have my first job lined up June 3rd. So I'm pretty excited about that. But I only have like a month off, which kind of looking back at it now, I kind of wish I pushed it to July, but I mean, I'm pretty happy to go work. I know I'm going to be specializing in ortho and neuro. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun. So at first I didn't really like working ortho, but I've worked with like a bunch of great surgeons here that make me really enjoy the specialty. So that's why I think I really enjoyed ortho. And then neuro, I like the brain part of it more just because it's so much more interesting, and like there's a microscope involved, so many like, I don't know, it's just so much more interesting to me than just like the spine and the lumbar cases. I still enjoy both, but the brain is definitely more interesting. There's different stuff. So I think that's why I really like that neuro aspect. Yeah, today I had a lot of gynae. I wanted to work with one of my favorite surgeons, but he doesn't work today, so I couldn't work with him. But it's fine. I didn't get thrown into. I chose gynae. I don't really like gynae, but I mean, there are cases I haven't really done, and they're not really common. So that's why I was like, it'd be good to see. So that's why I kind of hop in. You never really know what you're gonna like. So, and today wasn't even bad either. Like, gynae today was fine. Didn't mind it at all. I wouldn't really mind doing the interesting cases that aren't really boring. I think the main reason why I don't really like gynae is just because it's DNC. Like, DNCs are just so common and it's just boring. Like, I'd rather be learning something new than doing the same old boring thing. Like, that's why I don't really like cystos. Well, that's why I really don't like robots. Robots, you kind of just sit in the room and, you know, every now and then pass the suture through and whatnot. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything, I could make a Q&A video or answer them in the comments. Just let me know. You know what? I'll be able to do a day in the life. If you guys want, I could do a day in the life when I actually start working. So those videos would maybe come out in like June. Probably later, because over here I'm more comfortable. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, any video recommendations that you want me to do, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'll make sure to try to do that. Thank you for watching. Yeah. I'll see you guys later.